Hey, good morning, Jack Daniels, Coach Jack Daniels of the Boxing Change channel. And we are live. This is a live event. So if you wish, you can jump in and to the chat and we can have a conversation through the chat, right? So um, I'm starting to gravitate toward being more visible as far as at first when I first started this, I was doing like 3 or 4 or 5 sessions a day, right? But I kind of got lazy, if you will, right? And kind of fell back off what I enjoy and love doing, and that is uh, interpreting boxing. And I am, in my opinion, one of the best, I believe, in the boxing scheme of things as far as the chats are concerned, because I have a hands-on approach to boxing. All right, I have been, in my opinion, one of the best boxers in my time in the heavyweight, excuse me, in the middleweight division, right? And because of that, I went through all the ups and downs that a boxer goes through trying to climb his way to greatness, right? So I said that to say this: if I say something in regards to boxing, um, you can basically um, see it to be as accurate. And when it comes to like the ins and outs, a boxer's disposition, um, how he trained, whatever it is that one wants to question me in regards to boxing, I'm capable of delivering an accurate response because again, I was a boxer in my days, and I've said this on numerous occasions that I was good, that I was good, right? A lot of things that I see today, as far as the boxer's training regimens, how they conduct themselves, um, um, uh, not really wanting to take an O because for some strange reason they believe that an O defines them, but that is the furthest thing from the truth. In fact, sometimes O is what determines your future, right? Because that O could possibly put your thought process in a position where you never want to lose again. You never know, right? You never know until you get to the point where you take that O. If you take that O, and 9 times out of 10, if you stay in the boxing game, if you don't dedicate yourself to the boxing game as is the way that Floyd Mayweather dedicated himself to the sport, where he went 50-0, which is a mammoth achievement. A mammoth achievement to go 50 outings and go 50-0 is a mammoth achievement, right? So I'm speaking to those in the game that have this definitive thought process that if you take an O, your career is over. Now, no, that's not true. That's not true. And again, sometimes it is that O that creates and brings out the dog in a real boxer, the dog, right? And that's one of the topics in this particular fight coming up on August the 3rd, 2024, at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles, right? These two particular boxers got a lot of dog in them, man. So this fight is going to be really, 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 really one that one wants to see. In fact, it is my opinion that it might be one of the best fights this year. So that being said, Isaac Pitbull Cruz at the 140-pound division is the WBA super lightweight champion of the world, right? He is taking on Jose Valenzuela. Valenzuela, better known as El Rayo, right? Now, El Rayo is a force to contend with. Although he doesn't have that many fights, but the fights that he has had, he has been in dog fights, and it leads me to believe that this particular fight between him and Isaac Pitbull Cruz is gonna be a dog fight because both of these cats got a lot of dog in them. You know what I mean? They come to tear something up, man. Both of them. You know what I mean? And that's what the boxing community really clamors for, right? They don't want a pity pat. They don't want to see nobody getting in a pity pat. They want to get in and see somebody tear somebody's head off, right? Because if you want to be, if there's to be truth in this statement, right? We as human beings have a barbaric nature, right? Now we don't, you know what I'm saying, run around debating that or talking about that, right? But by nature, we have this barbaric nature. Well, you know what I'm saying? Well, we want to see somebody get their head tore off, especially if you go if we paying you to go in there and perform, we want to see somebody get their head knocked up. That's just simple mathematics and the way we are as human beings, right? So Isaac Pitbull Cruz is 26 years of age. He's 5'5" with a 62.1-inch arm reach. He's a right-hander. He has 26 wins, 18 by knockout, two losses. Two losses. One was to Javante Tank Davis. Damn, who was that other loss to? I'm basically stunned on that because I know I followed Isaac Pitbull Cruz pretty thorough. Anyway, uh, he's never been stopped and he has one draw. And he is currently the WBA super lightweight champion of the world as a result of taking uh, Rolly Romero's crown away from him. I believe it was last month, which he did it in good fashion to knock Rolando Rolly Romero out. Third round, maybe the fourth round, right? But it was a pretty good. It was a pretty entertaining fight to say the least until he knocked Rolando Rolly Romero out. And thinking about Rolando Rolly Romero, we haven't heard or seen uh, anything from Rolando Rolly Romero since that fight. I mean, he's made a couple of appearances on YouTube, but I mean, as far as Rolando Rolly Romero is concerned, right, that's unusual because Rolly normally has a loud mouth, and he has something to say about in and everything. So let the record reflect that I find that odd that Rolando Rolly Romero is on quiet, to say the least. Jose Venezuela, 26 years of age. Both of them are 26, as a matter of fact. He's 5'8" with a 70.1-inch arm reach. He's also a right-handed. He has 13 wins, 19 by knockout, two losses. Two losses. Who is that? That knocked that Shakur Stevens was running from? God darn. Shout out to the Mexican G in the house. That's what it's going to knock. It's going to stop Pitbull. You know, I didn't want to go that far. The Mexican G. Shout out to the Mexican G. I didn't really want to go that far, but that is something that was a part of my thought process when I elected to go with this prediction today, because that's what this podcast is about. This prediction in this fight, right? But I just didn't want to go that far. But I think it was. I mean, I could have supported that notion, but I didn't want, because I do. Actually, the Mexican Jew, I do support the notion that he's gonna get him out of there, right? But what it was I didn't want to predict the round. That's what it really was, right? Because now let's be perfectly clear about this. Now, I just think that in viewing Venezuela's past performances in the ring, that he may have a little more dog than Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and that's saying a lot because Isaac Pitbull Cruz is a dog. He coming, and he ain't playing. Ah, okay, okay. Let me ponder over that one. Uh, New Mexican G said, bet 100 push-ups. No. On no. I can't bet on that because I got Venezuela to win too. You know what I mean? But no. So no, I ain't gonna bet on no. I thought you wanted to bet on the stop, the round. You didn't pick a round either, so no. So we innocent us get there no better because we got the same person, New Mexican G. But I'm trying to figure out. Uh, De Los Santos. De Los Santos stop Venezuela. He stopped Venezuela, but there's still another loss. Who that other loss to? Uh Chris uh what's that cat's name with the funny hair? Chris Cobra. There you go. There you go. The Mexican G. Hey man, when we start getting money on this podcast, I'm going to start hiring you, a dude, because you be saving my old neck. Appreciate that, the Mexican Jew. Yeah, Chris Cobra, he lost. He lost to Chris Cobra, but that was really in my opinion, that was really a controversial fight because you see, it went to disability. As a matter of fact, uh, Valenzuela came back and put Chris Cobra to sleep. So I mean, we can't be complaining about this particular the fight, but yeah, in the rematch, absolutely vicious in vicious fashion, said the Mexican G in vicious fashion, absolutely. But I do have uh Venezuela El Rayo to win over Pitbull Cruz, and that is also actually this is a big fight card, and in my opinion, I think it's probably one of the best boxing promoted cards this year, and it also features but Crawford, right? The particulars in regards to that, I want to hold off on that because that's going to be one of my one of my next shows, right? But I'm looking forward to that fight, and I just believe that El Rayo has got a statement to make to the world, right, about those two losses, and what he's prepared to do in order to get the win. And I believe, Hey, domestic G, I ain't got. Hey, man, I ain't going there because that's gonna be another one of my podcasts. That's good. This is one of the best cards of the year. Trust me when I tell you that, right? As I do the predictions on this particular fight card, right? Which I will be doing the predictions on a lot of fights in this particular card. This is going to be, uh, in my opinion, the best card of the year. The best card of the year. It got a lot of big um big boxing elites, I'll say, in this card, right? Though the boxers on the upper echelon of the game, right, is going to be on that card, and oh, wait a minute, that, no, that wait a minute, let me see. Eddie Hearns, I think, is promoting this card. Help me out on that, the Mexican G. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, yeah, you're right. But that's another fight that I gotta do a podcast on. Every one of those guys that you mentioned, the Mexican G. Shout out to the Mexican G. The Mexican G follows the sport of boxing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And because everybody he mentioned that's on his card, right? I got to do a show on because they're that good within the game, within the boxing game. So I got to do a card on them. But I don't want to mention them because it was just, you know what I'm saying, take away from the way that what I'm going to put on it while I do the podcast. I'm quite sure y'all understand that. I'm quite sure the Mexican G understand that as well. But but what one of the best. Wait a minute, wait. The Mexican G. Who's promoting this fight? Isn't it Eddie Hearns fight promoting this fight? Uh, I could. Let me see. Hold up, the Mexican G. Okay. Hold up, y'all. Let me do some get some accuracy jumping off here. Yeah. 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 Oh my God. Uh, let me see. Let me see if I can get the promoter. I want to know. I want to know who's promoting this fight. Uh, it doesn't specifically say, but it does indicate that it's being broadcasted in the United States and the UK. And in my opinion, based on that information and the fact that Eddie Hearns does a lot of his work out of the UK, I am betting my money that this is a matchroom promotion. What do you think about that? Yeah, I'm putting my money on Matchroom. I'm putting my money on Matchroom, fellas. Yeah. So that being said, y'all, I think I put my work in for this cast. I'm gonna probably come back a little bit later and follow the Mexican G's platform and do another show on this wonderful card, man. If y'all gonna spend some money on a serious lick, you need to spend your money on this one. On this card, I am advising those that really look, no, even the casuals, right? This is the card to spend your money on. And if it's promoted by Eddie Hearns and the Zone, I'm quite sure that it might. No, it's not going to be. It's not going to come in under this. It's going to. I'm quite sure it's got eight. It's just got to come in up under pay per view because they got two. They got major characters on this fight, man. I'm telling you. They got major cast on this fight. This is a big show, and I'm quite sure that this has got to be a pay per view. And again, in my opinion, it's going to be well worth the money spent on this fight. You know what I mean? If you people love the sport as much as I do, this is the fight that I'm going to spend my money on for sure, for sure. And like I said, I believe this is one of the best fights, best cards of the year, and only the future will entail otherwise, right? Because nobody knows the future but the creator. So, with that in mind, I got to get some other things done, guys. But I'll be back, as Arnold Schwarzenegger said. I'll be back. Hit the subscription button, hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the prediction of this card between Isaac Cruz and Jose El Rayo Venezuela. And share my video with your friends and relatives. Help me build this podcast up to one of the best in the business. Contrary to the fact that I don't have all the luxuries yet of creating and cutting videos, but I'll get there. I'll get there. With that said, I'm out of here, y'all.